A few months ago, we purchased one of our dream cars, a Tesla Model 3, and in this video, I'm gonna break down how it's only costing us $25.67 per month to own it. Trust me, this is not a video you are going to want to miss. You're gonna find out how we turned the Tesla Model 3 into one of the most affordable cars we've ever owned. Let's get it. All right, so let's start with why we decided to buy a Tesla in the first place. First off, we've been a single car family for over 5 years. We constantly are trying to juggle schedules, so having a second car was becoming a necessity. We've had our eyes on a Tesla for a long time. I'm personally a huge Elon Musk fan, and ever since they came out, I've wanted one. The technology, the performance, and the environmental benefits really caught our attention. Plus, with gas prices rising, switching to an electric vehicle just made sense. We were spending way too much money on fuel and maintenance on our F-150, and we really wanted something that was more sustainable, something that would save us money in the long run. And after doing a ton of research, the Tesla Model 3 checked all the boxes we were looking for. So let's talk about the things we love about the Tesla, because the car is absolutely incredible. First off, the driving experience. Wow. The acceleration is insane, the ride is extremely smooth, and there's nothing quite like that electric power. It's a totally different driving experience than driving our gas-powered truck around. And then there's technology. The touchscreen interface feels like you are piloting a spaceship. Autopilot is amazing, and you also get software updates every couple of months, and it truly feels like you're getting a brand new car. I love that we can also back it into our garage, pull out the charger, plug it in, and it's charged up full every morning. And let's not forget about the cost efficiency. We are spending so much less time and money at gas stations and spending so much less on maintenance. The savings truly continued to stack up for us, plus knowing that we're reducing our carbon footprint, it felt pretty good. And the biggest bonus is having two cars has been an absolute game changer for our family. Brittany and I are no longer having to fight over the car to go places or to pick up the girls. We can be in two places at once, which is amazing, and it's actually opened up a ton of opportunity for us. We wanted to get started investing in real estate this year. Having two vehicles has not only helped us in our personal life, but also our business life, allowing us to start our real estate business that we wanted, and we should be closing on our 5th long-term rental by the end of the year. But hey, obviously no car is perfect, and there's definitely a few things about the Tesla that we are not in love with. For starters, charging can be a little tricky, especially on those longer trips. But luckily, even on longer trips we've taken the Tesla, we've never had any issues finding a charger that we need. One of the things you can do on longer trips is pull up the app Plug Share, which allows you to look at any of the charger stations all around you, including a ton of free ones, which is a huge benefit. Then of course, there's the upfront cost. Cars are expensive. There's no getting around that, and Teslas are right there with the rest of them. Luckily, when Hertz sold their entire rental fleet, the supply of Teslas shot through the roof, and that's when we kind of went in and bought ours for a really good price. And overall, Elon and Tesla are trying to drive down the cost to make them more affordable for everyone. But as you can see in a minute, the savings really balance it all out. Believe it or not, one of the cons in the Tesla is just how quiet the cabin is. Since it's an electric vehicle, there's no engine that sound, and it's extremely quiet with double pane windows. And with the girls being so close to each other in the back, being able to poke each other, throw things at each other, yell at each other, scream, pull each other's hair, it becomes chaos sometimes, and it's really frustrating to be able to drive. Compared to the truck, where they're way far away and they can't touch each other, and it's just a lot louder because it's a truck and it's got a gas engine. And I'm sure if you're a parent, you can relate. If you have any suggestions on how to keep kids occupied in the back of the car, we don't like to do tablets, please let us know, because sometimes it gets out of control. Here's the part of the video you've been waiting for, how we bought this Tesla, and it's only costing us $25.67 per month to own it. So in order to figure out how much it costs to own each vehicle, we first need to break down how much it costs per mile. And to do that, of course, I use ChatGPT. All right, to figure out the cost of ownership, we needed to find out how much it was going to cost per mile for each vehicle and calculate for all of the variables. So the variables I took into account are the fuel cost, fuel efficiency, maintenance cost, tire cost, insurance cost, depreciation, and miscellaneous expenses. So ChatGPT took off. It started to add all the numbers for the variables, and I realized that some of them were not as accurate as they should be, and it calculated the whole thing. So I just waited for it to finish its calculation. Then I gave it another prompt to make sure that the numbers were as accurate as possible so that the whole calculation would be accurate. So I changed the insurance on the truck to $1,000 a year, and the Tesla is $1,500 a year. I also changed the Ford miles per gallon down from 20 to 16, which is way more accurate driving around town. And then I made sure it knew how much we paid for each vehicle out the door, including tax, title, registration, everything. So with the updated numbers, ChatGPT took off and did the calculation. We took the average fuel cost of $3.50 per gallon. Fuel efficiency is 16 miles per gallon. Maintenance cost $1,200 a year. Tire cost $800 a year. Insurance $1,000 per year. Depreciation $3,000 per year. Miscellaneous expenses $500 per year. The Tesla Model 3, the electricity cost was 13 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what we are charged to charge it at our house. The fuel efficiency is 4 miles per kilowatt hour. The maintenance cost is about $400 per year, way less than any type of gas vehicle. Tires are about $600 per year. Insurance cost is $1,500 per year. Depreciation is going to be $2,500 a year. And miscellaneous expenses are $300 a year. So then it ran its calculation to find out how much it cost per mile per vehicle. And once it was done running its calculation, it came out to the Ford F-150 costing 65 cents per mile and the Tesla Model 3 costing 39 cents per mile rounded up. So then we needed to run a cost analysis on switching from driving our truck 100% of the time down to 20% of the time and driving the Tesla 80% of the time as our daily driver over the next 10 years, which is how long we plan to keep each vehicle. And it said to calculate the savings of driving the Tesla Model 3 80% of the time versus the Ford F-150 over the next 10 years. We'll use the total cost per mile for each vehicle and assume the total annual miles remains consistent at 1,500 per year, which is very accurate on how much we drive. So it took the annual total miles of 15,000 per year and multiplied that by the percentage of how much we're going to drive each vehicle, giving us a grand total of 12,000 miles for the Tesla and 3,000 miles per year on the Ford. And then it was a simple calculation. You take the cost per mile times how many miles you're going to drive it for the year, and that's your total cost for the year. So to drive the Tesla around is going to be $4,632, and the Ford's going to cost us $1,956, giving us the total annual cost of $6,588 to own and drive our vehicles. Then we need to extrapolate that out 10 years to figure out how much it costs to own both vehicles over that 10-year span, which is $65,880. And if you compare that to us keeping only the Ford and driving that 100% of the time, it would have cost us $97,800. So to find the savings of buying our Tesla and driving it a majority of the time over the Ford, we would take our total cost of ownership of only having the Ford minus the total cost of ownership of the Tesla and the Ford based on the percentage that we're going to drive them, giving us a total savings of $31,920. So the last part of this equation, the last prompt I gave ChatGPT is now break down how much the Tesla actually costs us to own over the next 10 years based on the savings. We bought it for $35,000 minus the savings of $31,920 broken down per month. So the net cost over the next 10 years is $3,080. So if you break down that cost per month over the next 10 years, that gives us our grand total of $25.67 to own and drive this vehicle. That's how we turn this luxury electric vehicle into one of the most affordable vehicles we've ever owned.
That's amazing.
And obviously these numbers are not perfect, but they are as accurate as I could possibly get them. So go ahead and comment below if you are surprised and if there's anything I could have done to make the numbers more accurate. So let's talk about what it's like having a Tesla day to day. Now, I'll be honest, Brittany's still obsessed with our truck. She is a country girl through and through. She loves the black on black, driving up high, where I'm more of the tech savvy guy and I love driving the Tesla, but it's incredible to have both vehicles. They're definitely our dream vehicles. We're super blessed to have both. For our family, the Tesla is an absolutely perfect fit. It's way more affordable to drive than the truck, and I love the peace of mind that it's one of the safest vehicles on the road. So I highly recommend Teslas to families, and if you want us to do more of a deep dive into the day-to-day practicality of it, comment below and we can make a second video following up this one that's less about the numbers and more about the daily use. So there you have it. That's exactly how we bought our Tesla and made it work for just $25.67 per month to own. We're thrilled with our decision, and it's been one of the best financial moves we've made in a long time. If you're thinking about going electric and getting a Tesla specifically, I hope this video breakdown shows you just how affordable it can be when you factor in all of the long-term savings. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content about family, finance, and freedom. And hey, drop a comment below if you have any more questions about our Tesla or our buying experience, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.